Also, there is a strange thing sometimes it's happening between the employer and the manager. The manager usually thinks if I am on that chair, I have the right to threaten the employee and tell him that, who are you? We can bring any other stuff instead of you. You think you're the only engineer which I can depend on. I don't know why the managers thinks that is the right way how to deal with the employee. It is really, I wouldn't say it is wise, because maybe sometimes people, they watch movies or they see who's surrounding them, so they're taking it from the culture. In Islam, in our religion as Islam, that is not a good approach. The Prophet, be peace upon him, he had a servant. When the Prophet passed away and he died already, so they asked them, how does the Prophet was with you in the house when you used to cook for him or to serve him in the house? He said, he never told me anything. He never told me that the salt was increased, neither if it was less. He never shouted, he never said anything. We learn from that is, you're dealing with a human. He did it wrong, he did it right. There is a different approach to reach to this person and advise him in a nice way. Okay, so if it is me, who knows me, my name is Amna. So if I'm the employee and I have a manager, if the managers will come to me, will say, Amna, you proposed 1, 2, 3 things. Can you do it in this way? Because we prefer to do it in that way. We want to improve something, and or we got out of direction. Maybe I agree with you or I disagree with you for certain things, but to make it to come a better result, can we try to do it as a second option? And let us see the other option, how it will work with this first option. Approaching stuff is, it needs a technique and it needs a calmness in us. So as a manager, you need to have skills of controlling yourself before even throwing the ball on the other stuff. Because usually if the manager is angry, the meaning he can't control his feelings, the inner feelings. And I've noticed some of the managers, not nowadays but previously, they were saying if they are irritated from you and they don't like you, they will try to throw the feelings of the hate and irritation on you, and they want you to be irritated that you can raise your voice and then you can have arguments. Some managers, they do that because they think once they sit on that chair, they have the right to do everything to this human that is in front of him, and he's just a servant. Obviously, that by time, if the manager keeps on being a manager, he will start changing his attitude. He will start feeling, it's a feeling that he owns this person in front of him. And in fact, if he's working in different organization or under a company, a big company, or if it is any other places, he thinks like he's the one who's giving them the salary, and actually he's just an employee also as well. He's getting a salary same as the team that is under him. Here is where we need to wake up. Really, we need to understand our senses. If you're a manager and you're listening to this video, or going to be a manager, it's really important is not only to control your inner feelings to outside, how do you deliver it, also how do you deliver the information. Number 3, do you deliver it truly? Do you really truly deliver the information to the other side because you care for him, or actually you just want to destroy your employee and to show him how loud you are, how much power you have? So if it is for the show off, and if you feel you're going to deliver something that It's not the message which you will benefit in your organization or within your team, or you just want to irritate this person to go or to exit, then try to get an advice from somebody else. And I know most of the managers, if they have weakness or if they have hate in their heart, they don't go and talk to anyone. They usually talk to the same team which they don't like the same person. They will not go and find somebody to advise them in a good way. They will usually find somebody else which could, In that case, if you don't want to talk to anyone or if you don't find a team, these days the technologies are available. The GPT also is available, can help you in making your decision. I'm doing this to this person and I have this in my heart. Try to talk to the GPT also as well. We'll give you an advice in the end. It's quite funny nowadays. People, they talk to the GPT if they have issues. And that is not a shame. You should not be ashamed. Actually, you shall be proud of yourself, because you started to figure out something in you and you want to solve it. You don't want to dump an anger to the organization which will affect it. Maybe this employee, you know that this employee has a great skills, doesn't have it anybody else. But you're sure also the other team can gain the same skills which this person did. But what is the problem with the employee that he's always getting a blame for everything, while things could be fixed in a different way? So the key is on the manager. How do you deliver the information? How you can fix it? I do not think if the employee doesn't want to fix himself. Maybe some employees, they're very stubborn. But nowadays, with the lifestyle and open-minded people, I don't think that there is any employee doesn't want to be. And it's a nice thing if the manager listens to the other side to understand his issues if he's not delivering it in that way. So maybe the solution was very simple, but maybe he's not delivering it in that way. So maybe the solution was very simple, but maybe the manager didn't open his mind and eyes and ears widely. So it's very necessary to understand the deep root, not only hitting on the hands and blaming the people or throwing the rocks on the stuff. And sometimes, usually, majority, what I've seen, 70% of the issues, the manager, he's the one who's creating that kind of environment. And this is really dangerous. You need to be really wise as a manager. When you start creating such kind of environment, you're the only one who can fix it, because you're the one who flamed it. So after increasing the doses of the fire, 70%, 75%, 80%, 85%, here we go. It will just carry on by itself because everybody got infected. So the whole building will be on fire because only one manager who caused it. And then the problem is the organization will go to the employee and ask them, why you're not happy? What happened? Why we're getting 60% of happiness? Maybe it's just the manager. And the problem of the HR, sometimes they don't understand. They say, manager's a manager. Manager, we cannot go next to it. I think so this kind of thinking needs to be changed. If the manager is creating such kind of environment, really things needs to be changed. Because the manager is like a mother. A manager is like the mother or the father to the children that he has. I'm not saying it is easy to get the acceptance from the team, like as a children and you as a mother or as a father, but you need to implement that in them. But implementing it in a right way, not in a way that it will destroy them. Thank you.